kickstands out, dude. I crossed the Broadway Bridge into Inwood, stayed on Broadway, right to West Harlem, because I was on my way to see what has happened to my favorite grocery store in New York City. Fairway in Harlem on the West Side Highway right along the Hudson River. I guess they've had financial troubles for a couple of years now. It's the second time they've filed for Chapter 11. It's a great location they had here on the Hudson River. Unfortunately, no more. I'm guessing that the Whole Foods Amazon empire also put the screws on them. But it's still a sad sight to see this market close, since I only remember it being open and busy. Cool, I'm at Central Park and I'm gonna bang a left here because I want to see what is tourism like in the city right now. And especially I'm curious about international tourism because with the pandemic and all the travel restrictions, that is probably what's most affected. And as you can see, red lights are optional again. Pedestrians, cyclists, we all kind of agree not to kill each other. So we're back into the late 90s. Alright, enough of this. But what is the state of cycling in New York City? Single speeders going against traffic in a roundabout crossing red lights? Yep, that's New York. Okay, let's head down 7th Avenue towards Times Square.
You blame things that you do on somebody else. No. But they all see is you need help. But still you try so hard to cover up your games. You try so hard, hoping that one day something gon' change. You waste all of your time covering up your tracks. Spend all your days running away, and you gotta watch your back, and that's the facts. You spend so much of your life scheming and trying to get over. Got you wondering why you come around, all you get is cold shoulder. Yeah, you try so hard to cover up your games. You try so hard, hoping that one day something gon' change. You try so hard, yeah. You try so hard. You try so hard, yeah.
apparently there's no coronavirus in the Lower East Side. All the bars wide open, tons of people, no masks. So I'm just gonna leave this here and keep going. So I guess I have to explain cycling in the 90s. There were no bike path. There was nothing, and only insane people, I think, were riding bikes in Manhattan. Now, because of the bike path, people think it's safe. But yeah, see, we all kind of, watch out, left, got it. You walk at red, I walk at right at red. We all kind of get along. Pedestrians and cyclists, don't yell at each other, please do not. There's the bike path, that's what it looks like. Some bike path like this one here is poorly designed. I mean, watch this car now. Just go right in, who cares? This also ends in cones, which is still under construction, so you have to weave into traffic, don't get hit by the bus. This is right before, more cones in the way, where do I go? Bus on the right, I'll just go left. So this is where the new bike path will go over the Brooklyn Bridge, right if you were to hop those barriers, but it's all blocked off right now because the Brooklyn Bridge is divided in halves. Like the right side going this way is for pedestrian, the left side is for cyclists, which by the way does not work at all. Pedestrians are everywhere. This is why you can see on the left here they're actually taking over a lane on the Brooklyn Bridge that was for cars and is going to be for bikes. But this is what it looks like. You cannot ride your bike across the Brooklyn Bridge. It is not gonna work. It never was good. It got horrific, so I'm not doing it. Okay, that's it. I'm heading back to the Bronx. I don't know. There's stores closed, yes. Businesses went under. It sucks. But I think we'll be back. So let's go home.
Wondering if thousands of miles away the sky's just as blue. It's as if I'm stuck in yesterday when I'm thinking of you. 'Cause when you have your morning coffee, I'm turning out the lights so I could dream. And when you smile through the screen, I wish you could be with me. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-dun-dun-dun. Oh, today.
Chinese delivery guy on an e-bike. This is going fast. Oh my god. This just reminds me, I just watched a video of e-bikes in Germany and how restricted they are, and that, I mean, I'm going like, what am I going, like 25 miles an hour right now. And it's, if you go over 25k, I think it's 18 miles, 17 miles, you're gonna get a $3,000 ticket for a tuned e-bike. So this guy's not even pedaling hauling ass. So this is from my German e-bike friends. I'm just gonna leave this right here.
When the sun is rising, I start a brand new day. Around the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I'm time traveling.
And like always, ever since I Am Legend, I'm looking in the window, checking for zombies. This section is kind of, not the best for bikes, but it's so much fun. There's no bike path, cars go super fast, so you better get your, your jam on here. You gotta kind of hustle, because you're gonna go underneath the next building and you're gonna pop out Park Avenue right in the thick of it. So it's just a really cool experience, kind of one story above the streets below. You can kind of see it on the left there right now, and then you're bombing down the hill, popping out, and if you hit it right, you get the green light and you shoot out into Park Avenue, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun ride.
To be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-dun-dun. Oh, today I am time
So a lot of people moved out of New York City during the pandemic, and totally understandable, getting away from people and the virus and getting more space. A lot of people moved upstate New York, or maybe they moved back to where they came from, which is I get it. But I think if you're a New Yorker, or if you liked living in New York, you're probably gonna end up coming back eventually, because there's no other place like this. And even so, there's a lot of things that are wrong. Whoa, careful, lady. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this city. It is very unique and has its own feel. The food, the people, the mixture of people and cultures. It's such a melting pot. You really can't get that anywhere else in the world. I mean, I'm from Germany, and everybody seems to be from somewhere else, but we're all New Yorkers. So even so, it's kind of a piss pot. It's our piss pot, and I think a lot of them are gonna come back, because we've moved away for a couple of years, and New Yorkers are not always appreciated in the rest of the country, especially our language. So yeah,